Be making basics.
What's going on YouTube? Beat Making Basics back again with another dope video. If you're new to the channel, please do me a favor. Go ahead and subscribe, as well as give me a thumbs up, because we're coming back to bangers. Now today's video, I'm going to be going over a basic question that a lot of producers probably have is, can I still sell beats that have Splice samples in them? Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right in. So Splice, for people who are brand new to all of this is Splice. It's basically a database of a bunch of different samples that you get from third-party people, you know what I'm saying, different producers, different, you know, sound designers, different things like that, all collaborate, user-based, all right, and give you some of their sounds to use and everything like that. So they have anything just from like one shots, okay, to actual full-fledged pieces of music that you can use, or even just samples. And so let's just go over this. Let's actually go to the site here and see what they got going on over here. So Splice, okay, as there's per what they're saying, okay, the actual site, it's royalty-free samples. It's very clear. First thing, one of the first things you see here, royalty-free samples. All right, if we keep on scrolling down here, or actually let's keep on scrolling down. You can build beats, shape your sound, explore exclusive collection of presets. You know, there's a lot of different things they have here that you can offer. But just as far as the actual samples that's in here, let's actually go to the definition of royalty-free. Basically, according to Wikipedia, royalty-free means that material that's subject to copyright or other intellectual property rights may be used without the need to pay royalties or license fees. Okay, so that basically, when it says royalty free, it means you can use these samples. You don't have to pay us or the creators anything else after using them, after you paid the membership to Splice. That's basically what this is saying. We're gonna go a step further though. This is Splice's support and licensing facts page right here. Just look that up. And I'm just going to read a couple of these. Our Splice sounds royalty free. You know, again, it's saying, yes, you have a royalty free license for every sound that you download from Splice Sounds. Okay. Are all sounds on Splice Sounds non-exclusive? Yes, you have a non-exclusive license to each sound that you download from Splice Sounds, meaning that other users can also use the same sounds as you without infringing on any new recording or creative works you create using that sound, and vice versa. And this is very important. This what was said right here, okay? Basically saying that others, users can also, okay, other users can also use the same sounds without infringing on any new recording or creative works, okay? Keep that in mind here, all right? We're gonna keep on going here back. Going over some of this. Can I use sounds from Splice Sounds for commercial use? It's saying yes. The license for sounds you download from Splice Sounds permits for commercial and non-commercial purposes, as long as you remain in compliance with our terms of use. Okay. And if we were to click on the terms of use here, it's a kind of a long, exhaustive thing here, but you know, for the most part, you can't take these sounds and package them up as your own sample pack, you know what I mean? So you can't go onto Splice and download, say this. How can I live? I can't download this and then package this into a sample kit and put it on my website. I'm not gonna do that, you know what I mean? So that's the basis of this, based on what's on the internet. Now I want to also talk about my thoughts on using Splice, okay? And especially when it comes to commercial licenses or commercial use, which would be using it professionally, like say if you work with an artist or you get a TV placement or something like that. So I would just say, like with Splice, one thing I would really like to use a lot is the one shots. So what a one shot is, let's just like say, yeah, we could say drums right here. And we can say type one shots. One shots would be like just something that's not a loop, okay? Just an actual sound that's individual and by itself. I would say if you're making beats with a lot of the one shots, there's absolutely no way that just, someone could, come back and try to, say something to you. You know what I mean? And technically, there's really no way that someone could come back and say something to you even with the loops, okay? Just because they have that blanket license on there. So you can come over here and steal this. But the problem that I'm seeing here that I would say is in their statement here, okay? It says that this is the problem. Other users, okay? That's where the issue for me will come if you're worrying about this. Other users can still use the same sounds without infringing on any new recording or creative works you create using that sound and vice versa. So like say if you have a beat that you're selling exclusively, right? And the main part of that beat, let's just look for like maybe some music or guitar. Let's say the main part of it is this. All right, I'm trying to get something that sounds a little bit more like super overly recognizable. So let's just say like if you don't change this guitar loop up, right? And then you have another producer that took that same guitar loop, didn't pitch it down or up, you didn't chop it up or anything like that. I think that they could cause a problem between the users. Not legally, but I'm saying I think that you can probably get some type of issue where someone will, give you a little bit of a headache or think that they can give you a headache, maybe take you to court. Then after you explain, hey, this is from Splice. So, again, I would more so use Splice a lot more for the one shot options rather than necessarily using it for the loops. But if you do use the loops, in my personal opinion, I would try to doctor them up, add a bunch of effects on them, maybe reverse it, pitch it, different ways, chop it up, cut it in half, and then move one part of the sample to the front and chop it up and then again, and just do it where anything that you're using on here, you take it and make it your own. Okay, I would highly recommend not just playing the sample all the way through. Now I know that I've done that in some of my beats. And you can, it says it in the license that, it's royalty free and it's no problem. And also the license gives you the right to where you're not going to be infringing on somebody else's copyright if, that producer or creator or composer or whatever used the sample. But you always want to have something that's original, is my take on this. I used to really be heavily against sampling just because I was scared or worried about, copyright infringement coming back and hit me later on down the road. But just to closing thoughts on all this is that, one thing to keep in mind is sampling is a part of hip hop. Okay, like literally that is one of the founding and fundamental elements of what hip hop is. Okay, and most likely if you're watching this video, you're either strictly are hip hop producer, or you really have a lot of love and respect for hip hop. Okay, and so don't be afraid to sample or even use some of the samples on Splice, but I would just say just make sure that you try to make it your own or do it in a way that you don't think a whole lot of other producers would do it. Put your own little vibe on it to the point where it's going to be hard to recognize, oh yeah, this is specifically this other song. Okay, so that's what's all I wanted to explain on there. Hopefully this helps out a lot of people who's maybe been wondering this and everything like that. But yeah, man, appreciate you. Make sure you go ahead and go to my site, beatmakingbasis.com. We have courses on there that you can download, and we also have drum kits, our own royalty-free drum kits that are not used with Splice sounds. Okay, these are all original sounds and things of that nature. We do one-on-one services as well, so where I can meet with you live via Zoom call. And if you happen to be an artist as well, watching this, you can go to my website as well, not beat making basis, but ukiabeats.com. That's my beat site. I do exclusive beats, and just let me know what I can do to help any of y'all, whether you're a producer or an artist. And leave me in the comment section below what y'all want to see next. Appreciate y'all, and I'll see you in the next video. We're out.